Truth-Censored number 37, and it's entitled The Conservative Myth Exposed. Political conservatives claim they are better for America than our liberals. Conservative talk show hosts on radio and television continuously berate liberals and Democrats. Conservatives from Rush Limbaugh to Congressman Robert Dornan maintain that they are self-reliant individuals who want government that governs least. What is the truth? The orthodox definition of a political conservative is one who is opposed to governmental intervention in the economy and the expansion of civil liberties. An orthodox liberal favors governmental intervention in the economy and protection of civil liberties. Libertarians support expanded individual freedoms, but oppose governmental intervention in the economy. Why is it that conservatives don't call libertarians commie, pinko, libs for their stand on civil liberties? Populists oppose expansion of individual freedoms, but support government intervention in the economy. Most Americans fall into one of these categories or are a mixed type. Traditional conservatism grew out of European feudalism, which protects and enhances society at the expense of the individual. Individuals can only exist in society and are defined by society. Individuals need moral guidance, and human action must be restrained and guided according to correct principles. Conservatism stresses authority, the father, and government must enforce these correct principles through law. Conservatives distrust human nature and seek limits on personal behavior. They believe human capacities to be limited. This is their mysticism. The late psychiatrist Ellsworth Baker, in his book Man in the Trap, wrote that the conservative character structure gives a mystical explanation of natural phenomena. He has a selectivistic attitude toward social living. He has distorted contact with his emotional core. At his worst, the conservative is a fascist. And conservatives, at their worst throughout history, have killed every great man. They led the Catholic Inquisition. The conservative character type is usually sexually repressed and believes in the inferiority of the female. Conservatives who are emotional plague characters, according to Wilhelm Reich, set themselves up as standards of normality. They try to make their environment and all in it conform to their inadequacies. To the degree that one tears down others and tries to control their lives, one is functioning as an emotional plague character. Classical liberalism in America came out of the Great Frontier, which called for a self-reliant and an independent individual. Liberalism contains elements of Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. Government is created by individuals and must serve the interest of these individuals. Liberal views are those of rights, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, free expression, and behavior. These views were shared by Thomas Jefferson and John Stuart Mill. Liberals seek equity under the law, unlike conservatives who seek special privileges. Note Watergate and Iran-Contra. Conservatives were Tories and Royalists in Revolutionary War times. And the conservative of today, in his heart of hearts, wants to return to a society based on rank and privilege. Conservatives like radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh use the liberal qualities of self-reliance, individualism, and independent to describe themselves. We know this is a lie because he, Rush Limbaugh, doesn't respect the homeless, who exhibit all these qualities, plus the full expression of their instinct for survival. And they certainly aren't conservatives, according to Rush Limbaugh. Here are people roughing it, making it, and yet conservatives are the enemy of the homeless. Good conservatives despise the tale of Robin Hood. The truth is, conservatives are not self-reliant, independent, or individualistic. They are in search of a big daddy, government, to grant them security. Because of their sexual inadequacies, they seek censorship in order to avoid coming to grips with their sexual problems. This is clearly seen in conservatives like Judy Brown of American Life Lobby, who claims birth control is abortion. Quote, "If you put your daughter on the pill, she's killing babies." And Randall Terry of Operation Rescue, quote, "We have to rise up and confront the godless men in government and do all we can to take them down," unquote. Or Mel and Norma Gabler, textbooks censors, quote, "What some textbooks are doing is giving students ideas," unquote. Then there are Donald Wildman, James Dobson's Focus on the Family, and Tim and Beverly LaHaye, who contradict the Bible when they say, quote, "Yes, religion and politics do mix. Christian values should dominate our government," unquote. Following these examples are Phyllis Schlafly, Paul Weyrich, Jesse Helms, David Duke, William Dannemeyer, D. James Kennedy, who wants to Christianize America, and Gary Bauer, who served under President Ronald Reagan and believes welfare and poverty are chosen. The conservative needs big daddy government to make laws to put us on the right path. To them, the police can do no wrong. Yet, since Watergate, conservatives have learned to flout and break the law with impunity as long as there are no smoking guns. The paper shredder is their best friend. In this way, there always is no proof. Thomas Jefferson told us there were self-evident truths. It is ironic that conservatives support the death penalty, sometimes with little or no proof, but when they get caught doing something wrong, they demand extraordinary proof merely to investigate the matter. Conservative propagandists have come a long way since the death of conservatism in the 1960s. Today, they have conned mainstream America with their feudal religious nonsense. None of it is true. It's all myth. For instance, religious conservatives want to convert all and punish those who don't. But the Bible teaches that God has in place a 6,000-year plan where Satan is allowed to do his work. Man can't alter that plan. According to God, not all are called now. These conservatives praise the Bible, but don't know its teachings. From the economy to religion, conservatives don't know what they're talking about. They're not even sure what they are. Conservative radio talk show host Rush Limbaugh says pinko, commie, liberals want to stop conservatives from cutting down forests, while Dr. Ellsworth Baker says it is liberals who cut down forests because they hate natural settings. Conservatives always blame others. When a cowed Congress gave the popular Ronald Reagan everything he wanted and then it didn't work, he blamed Congress. The savings and loan debacle is but one example. Political conservatives are elitists and hypocrites. Congressman Robert Dornan won't deal with day-to-day communists, but he'll go gaga over getting a signed photo from Boris Yeltsin. Or take Rush Limbaugh again, who is too good to wait in line or be part of a crowd. Conservatives love right-wing dictators and call anyone seeking social improvements a liberal commie. Most conservatives still won't admit that Franklin Delano Roosevelt saved capitalism rather than led our country down the road of socialism. However, facts are clear. Conservatism is based on greed, a me-first philosophy. Religious conservatism is based on faulty religious premises. Conservatives feel they are better than anyone else. Note John Sununu. The so-called revolution caused by Ronald Reagan nearly destroyed the American government. Now it is time for liberals to stand up and be counted. Conservatism must be met head-on. Their lies must be countered by the truth. Conservatism's life-negative motives must be exposed, and its hidden agenda must know the clean light of day. Anyone who is an American and is not for liberty in both word and deed is a traitor and does not deserve to live in this great country. Anyone who trades his liberty for the foolishness spewed forth by political conservatives is a fool. Liberals must be proud of their liberal virtues. They must always bring them to fruition. The core of healthy social or political behavior is the ability to maintain a life-positive attitude for oneself. But barring that, the ability at least to allow others to live satisfying lives. Conservatives can't and won't do this, for this would force them to examine their emotional and intellectual inadequacies. So it is clear that no matter what they promise, they will always seek to control the lives of those who live differently from them. Conservatism works only on an individual level, where one can be as greedy as he may. But feudalism is dead, and America's serfs can't be pushed around by conservative lords anymore. A healthy character need not defend himself from his urges because he sincerely believes in freedom, liberty, justice, and peace for all. True Americans must force the conservative worm back beneath the rock it crawled out from under. The end.
Hi, this is William Morrow. Are you one of those people who join a health club, and after they have your big, overpriced annual membership, you notice that you're on your own with little or no results even after all the promises? Then the website Personal Trainer is for you.
Thank you very much, William H. Morrow III.
So you lost another argument with a conservative, right-wing Republican. He talked over you. He screamed and yelled. He brought out the Bible. He thumped it. He quoted scripture to you. You were lost because you came at him with facts. Nothing but facts. And you expected that would make you look good. That would make you win the argument, but it didn't. You know why you lost the argument? You know why you're going to lose your next argument? Because you don't read Censored. Censored, the 30-year-old newsletter that shows you how to defeat a conservative. Read Censored, and you'll have all the ammunition you need. Every time you get into an argument with a right-wing conservative, so-called Christian. Censored, that's all you need. Read it, and defeat a conservative.
Greetings, listeners. Let me speak to you for a moment about the foundation of our entire organization, Newsletters Censored. It was founded by our mentor, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, in 1977. It discusses the 5 taboos of American life: politics, religion, health, human sexuality, and child rearing. You won't find anything like this in the mainstream media and the press. It reveals the kind of truth that most people are afraid to hear. Can you handle it? We are living in the end times, so in order to defeat a conservative and save America, you need Newsletters Censored. Go to www.newslettercensored.com, click on the printable order form page, and with your gift to support this work, get your free annual subscription. This is James P. Madonna of Megalife 21, the hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet.